Good afternoon, Sophie.
Good afternoon.
Sophie Honnête, you are the manager of the Relais du Louvre. Le Relais du Louvre is a 21 boutique hotel on Rue des Prêtres Saint-Germain-l'Auxerrois, 250 meters from the Louvre. Our agency monitors near 2,000 hotels. Our monitoring aims to diagnose hotel performance on several criteria, including customer satisfaction. For Relais du Louvre, we have collected the last 100 customer rating lists on Booking.com and TripAdvisor. Le Relais du Louvre scored near 9 out of 10 on Booking.com and 4.7 out of 5 on TripAdvisor. How do you react to these figures?
Well, I'm happy, quite satisfied. It's a very good notation, very good quotation, so we are quite happy about that. We always work not only for the notation, because it's more a result of what we do with the guests, but we work a lot on the way we welcome our clients. We do care a lot for them, and it works really because we want them to feel home, and it works. There are many things which really makes a good notation. Well, the way you welcome somebody is very important. The first moment they enter the hotel, they have to feel home and welcome. Then, although we only have 21 rooms, we do have a housekeeper. This is quite unusual in small hotels. Each room, each day is checked after it has been cleaned by the housekeeper. When a client checks in his room, he's sure, we are sure, everything is working. You will not find a lamp which is not working, or you have battery in the remote control, it's cleaned, it's nice, because somebody checks that every day. That is also very important. People do not necessarily say when something is not working, but it's much better when it does not happen. We also have a very stable team here. The people have been all working for many years, so they know a lot of our return guests, and people love it when you recognize them when they come in, and it's nice because they recognize us. So they also know how I want them to work, because you train people day by day. So this is also certainly a good part of it. Of course, the rooms are nice, the beds are good, but this is not only at the Relais du Louvre. So I really think the work we do, the way we communicate with our guests is really what matters.
Another thing is that you explained to me that you now work differently in your management, in such a way that it has freed up extra time to look after your customers over the last 4 years. This has probably had a positive impact on the way they perceive your service, isn't it?
There is another point which is quite important. We decided 4 years ago to start to work with yield managers, because when you have to go yourself day by day to check if the rate is correct, not too high, not too low, it takes a lot of time. And I decided that somebody else can do that for me, and I have much more time to do what my job is, taking care of my guests.
Okay,
and I have more time now.
We know that many hotel guests are still unaware that room rates are generally cheaper if the guest books directly with the hotel, either on the website or by calling or emailing. What is this difference in rates for the Relais du Louvre? And what would you advise hotel guests to do?
Now, most people indeed have no idea about it. They think that Booking.com doesn't cost anything to anybody. It doesn't cost anything to them. So obviously all these people working for Booking.com are working for free. Otherwise, I don't know. But in fact, it costs us a lot of money, because we give these OTA, Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, commissions which are usually around 18%.
That's enormous.
That's enormous. It started with 5, it's now 18%. You cannot avoid to work with them, that's it. But this is why we decided that the rates on our own website, or if you call us, will be minimum 10% less. We put the rates in the system, we add 10% on the rates before they arrive on all these platforms. On the top of that, if you go on our website, you will see that you can become a member. You can subscribe to a newsletter. You get a nice newsletter with a lot of information, renovation of Notre Dame Cathedral, the best exhibition, but also how to, the best way to do that exhibition in the best conditions, etc. And when you subscribe, you get a member code, which is your code, and gives you an extra 10% discount.
Okay.
So the difference is really, really big. Unfortunately, many people don't know, they don't think about it, which I understand, it's not their job. So we try to teach them on the way.
As we monitor nearly 2,000 hotels, we have observed that it is more difficult for a large capacity hotel to achieve a high level of satisfaction than for a small capacity hotel. How could you explain this?
But for me, it's very clear. It is the communication. If you arrive in a very big hotel, you get your key, you go in your room. If you are not totally satisfied, something is not working, you will not necessarily say anything. You just live your life, leave the hotel, and that's it. If you stay in a smaller place, this communication happens at the first minute you enter. We run to the door, we take the bags. We try to create a real relationship from the beginning. And this is really what people remember. I received 2 days ago an email, "Oh, I've been in your hotel 13 years ago with my mother. I want to come with my wife and I thought I can only go in this place." He did not decide to come here just because the hotel is the most beautiful hotel in the whole city, but he remembered us. He remembered the time we spent, the recommendation we gave, and that is really the difference.
It's like a friendly relationship
It
with
is.
them. Yes.
It is really. It is really. We receive a lot of emails just saying thank you. It was a great stay again, and hello to everybody. And so it is really.
I think there is one more thing to notice is that you are the manager, working closely.
Yes.
To the guest here.
Yes. This is my decision.
Yeah. So it's not the same as a manager who is managing from a tower in a big city.
This brings really two very important things. First of all, the fact that I'm always here and most of the time at the front desk, and if not in my office, which is just behind, so I hear everything. So when I hear somebody's coming, I know, I run in, how are you? And because I'm really close by. And also the fact that I'm a lot at the front desk makes also that I show my colleagues the way I want them to work. If you give somebody a paper with a procedure, it doesn't work.
And last thing to conclude this interview is that you seem to love your job, Sophie, and you seem also to love your clients.
I do too, yes.
Perhaps
indeed.
it's the key of success. Thank you very
That's
much.
true.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.